trying to get her back to my car so in a timely manner. It's so hard because I'm like running. I'm like, come on, and then she just stops to sniff every 5 seconds. I'm like, no, no sniffing right now. Anyway, we made it. We're here. We have soft flow.
Yay!
Okay, hell yeah. Let's do this. Okay. Let us begin in just a comfortable seat. So, seated meditation. Find your way there. And as you settle in, you can kind of just move your head around, feel into your neck, move your shoulders around, maybe even stretch your arms up. To just feel your body a little bit more right away. And then as you find stillness, you might rest your hands in your lap. You might bring your hands to your heart. One hand to heart, one hand to belly, whatever you prefer. Close your eyes. And just take these first couple of moments to really fully just become present. So take a few deep breaths on your own. Just notice the sounds that are in the space that you are in. Notice the sounds perhaps that are coming from within your own body. And just start to let whatever is going on in your life, later, whatever happened earlier, so let all of that fall away for now and just feel everything there is to feel in this present moment. Notice everything there is to notice in this present moment. And let's just start with a little bit of moving meditation, just very simple. So next time you inhale, we'll simply just take our arms out, around, and up. And as you exhale, bring your arms out to the sides and then all the way back down. Inhale, reach out and all the way up. And exhale, just like that, reach out and then all the way down. And make your arms as long as you can, like you have great big wings as you reach up and reach down. See if you can take the entire length of your inhale to take your arms to the sky, and the entire length of your slow exhale to bring your arms back down. So, moving meditation with our breath, with our arms. Just notice, how does this feel on your shoulders? Is your torso moving? Are you kind of rounding your back as you reach up, or can you keep your spine nice and long? There's lots of awareness in this simple movement. And next time your arms come down by your sides, keep your right hand on the ground and just reach your left arm up. And then your right fingertips, curl them over to the right side. You might even bend your elbow so your forearm gets a little closer to the ground. Nice side body stretch. So reach and lengthen with your left arm. Breathe into your left side body. Soft through your face and your jaw. Imagine you're trying to puff up your left rib cage towards the sky. Take just a couple more rounds right here. And then with your next inhalation, come back to center. Take both arms up to the sky. Bring your left hand down. And if you did the opposite side, no worries. Just make sure you get both sides. So walk your left hand out to the left. Maybe bend your elbow a bit. Lengthen to your right side now. Puff up your right rib cage. Soften through your face and your jaw. Just a couple more rounds on this side. Very nice. And then with your next inhale, come back to center, arms reach up. And as you exhale, just let both hands come to the ground. From this place, we'll transition onto hands and knees, tabletop. So once you're there, on your hands and your knees, Let's take some cat-cow. So inhale to lift your heart and lift your tailbone. And exhale to round and curl in and hollow out. Even push the ground away. Go back and forth just like that a few times. Just feeling into that simple movement, flexion and extension of your spine. And still, it's a moving meditation. So bind the movement to your breath. Yoga means to yoke or to bind. So we're binding our awareness, we're binding our breath to the simple back and forth movement in our spine. Come back to a neutral spine. So finish the round you're on and then come back to neutral. And then we'll set up for thread the needle. So bring your knees at least hips-width distance apart. We'll start with our right arm. Take your right arm out and all the way up. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath. Come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. And you can work this however you want. So you can use your left arm in some way. You could extend your left leg out to the left. Just be very present with whatever you are experiencing in your own body. And you can respond to it. Get curious about it. Move around a little bit perhaps. See what you can find. Take about 3-4 more breaths here. And then if you do have your left hand or your left knee lifted, start to return them back to the ground. On an inhale, let's unthread our right arm, reach it out and all the way up. And exhale, set your right hand down. In between sides, let's take some hip circles now. So clockwise circles with your hips over to your right, back towards your heels, over to your left, and then forward. Just like that, about 3-4 rounds. Big circles with your hips. And then start to find your way back to center, back to neutral. Knees at least hips-width distance. If they're not, adjust. And this time, left arm out and all the way up. Inhale here. And as you exhale, thread your left arm through. So reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest gently outside of shoulder and head on the ground. Just take some big, deep breaths. See if you can breathe a lot into your back body. So feel every inhale in your upper back, mid back, and all the way down into your low back. Every exhale, all the way to emptiness. Soften through your face, soften through your jaw. Nothing is forceful or aggressive. Good job, you guys. And then if you do have your right hand or your right knee lifted, start to return them back to the ground, slowly, mindfully. On an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up one more time. And then left hand down. Take a few counterclockwise circles now with your hips. About 3 or 4. And then after you've taken about 3 or 4 of those hip circles, let's take it all the way back to downward facing dog. As you're ready, just curl your toes under and lift your knees and lift your hips. Kind of walk out your dog, pedal it out, shift your hips side to side. Just feel into the length from your fingertips all the way up to your butt, all the way up to your sit bones. Let's take one more inhale in our down dog. And as you exhale, start to crawl your hands back to the very back of your mat until you find yourself in a forward fold at the back edge of your mat. And then once you're in a forward fold, make sure your feet are at least hips-width distance apart, all of your toes face forward. I'm just gonna roll really slowly up to stand, super slow roll. Let your head be the very last thing to lift and stack. And then we'll roll back down. So we'll just take a few rounds of spinal roll-ups, spinal roll downs. Slowly and mindfully rolling all the way up, rolling all the way down, feeling into that undulation of your spine, that wave-like movement of your spine. And go slow so you really can feel every little vertebra. Move one vertebra at a time. And then eventually we'll end up back in a forward fold. So next time, no rush, but next time you're in a forward fold, just hang out there. Once you are in that fold, invitation to ragdoll your arms, grab opposite elbows, and just kind of sway your upper body a little bit side to side. Or maybe even bounce a little bit, bob a little bit up and down. Try to keep your weight just ever so slightly forward in your feet. Little or big bend in your knees. And then go ahead and release your elbows. Come to a halfway lift as you breathe in, lengthen. From your halfway lift, plant your hands or your fingertips and crawl them forward to the top of your mat until you're in a plank position. So top of your push-up. Find your strength as you push the ground away, draw navel to spine, inhale here. And then as you exhale, lower slowly to your belly. Inhale, let's start with a baby cobra, staying low, use your back strength to lift. And exhale, release, let it go. Spider-Man cobra, so hands out wide up on your fingertips, inhale, lift. And exhale, release, let it go. Take one more heart opener, your choice, baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, whatever you like. And then let it go. Find your way up to hands and knees to your tabletop position. And this time we'll set up for a modified side plank on our right side. So pivot on your right knee, right foot comes to the outside of your mat, left leg reaches back, and then left arm up. So opening up through the front of your heart and the front of your hips. You can keep your left foot on the ground or you can float it up, make it strong and active. You could reach your left arm forward, working that length in your left side. Perfect place to stay right here, or final option, bend your left knee, reach back and grab your left foot. So once you've got your foot, use gentle leverage, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, see if you can press your hips forward. Let your heart look up just a little bit more. Give it about 2 more rounds wherever you're at. Nice job, you guys. And then slowly release, come back to your hands and your knees. Bring your knees together, walk your hands off the right edge of your yoga mat and sit your hips back into the left. So working some length in your left side, press your left armpit towards the ground. And then switch to the other side so you can come up to make that transition or stay low. Walk your hands off the left edge of your mat. Hips reach back into the right. Right armpit presses towards the ground. Breathe into your right side. Nice job, friends. End of your next exhale. Walk your hands back to the center. Find your way back to down dog. Take just a moment, lengthening. Feel into the strength of your hands, your foundation, the strength of your shoulders, the connection to your strong core, lifting you up. Breathe big and spacious. Take one more inhale. This time as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Walk your feet out wide, heels in, toes out. Come down into Malasana, your low yogi squat. So elbows to inner knees or inner thighs. And try to lift up through the crown of your head. Lengthen through your spine. Breathe down into your hips and your pelvis. As best you can, heels stay down. And if you can keep your heels down, maybe even see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Make them very active and alive. Take about 2 more rounds here in this low yogi squat. Nice job, you guys. End of your next exhale. Fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. Turn your toes forward, but keep your feet nice and wide. So feet are still at the width of your mat. As you inhale, bend your knees, stick your butt out, and lengthen your spine like you're in a halfway lift. Sometimes I imagine like I'm a football player, I'm going to hike the football underneath my legs. So that's what we're going for. And then as you exhale, lift your butt up, reach the crown of your head down. Inhale, bend your knees, stick your butt out, spine long. And exhale, lift your hips, fold deeply, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Do a couple more like that with your own breath. So inhale to bend your knees, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Good work. Next time you're in your fold, stay there. Heel toe your feet in, however you prefer them, hips width distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow, let it go. And then let's rise all the way up. Inhale, high mountain, big stretch at the top. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. Flow with your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, nice and easy. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank or modified plank. Inhale to find your strength, push the ground away. And exhale, lower slowly. Just like we did before, starting low, baby cobra. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Spider-Man cobra. Up on your fingertips, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then one more, this one's all you, your choice. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, release, let it go. Press up to tabletop, hands and knees. Okay. Pivot on your left knee, so left foot comes to the outside of your mat. Right leg reaches back, and then right arm up. Modified side plank. Opening through the front of your heart, in front of your hips. Try not to stick your butt out too much behind you. Maybe reach your right arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Lengthen through your right side. You can also flip your right foot off the ground. Perfect place to stay. This is your pose. Or, if you would like, bend your right knee and reach back, grab your foot. Once you've got it, use gentle leverage. Kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up just a little bit more. See if you can breathe just a little bit bigger. Last couple of rounds working here. Good job. And then bottom of your next exhale, slowly release. Back to hands and knees. And then this time, we're going to sit back into screaming toe pose. So knees, hips width distance apart, toes curled under. Sit your hips back onto your heels. If this feels like way too much for your feet, you can bring your hands to a block in front of you or bring your hands to the ground in front of you to take some weight off. Otherwise, try to sit back and get your spine nice and long. You can just rest your hands in your lap, or if you want, you can roll out your wrists. You can do something with your neck. Roll out your shoulders, anything goes. We're going to be here for about 3, 4, 5 more breaths. As that heat builds in the soles of your feet, anytime you need to, you can take some weight off by just coming forward. This is really good for your plantar fascia, that soft tissue at the soles of your feet. Try not to tighten through your facial muscles. Try not to clench your jaw. Nice and soft, even amidst a little bit of discomfort, knowing it's only temporary. Take about 2 more deep breaths, maybe 3. Good job. And then come forward, hands and knees, untuck your toes. You can pitter patter tap your feet against the ground. Maybe even lift them up, point flex, or roll out your ankles. And then eventually, downward facing dog awaits you. Lift your hips, take them up and back. Walk it out for just a moment. Feel into the length and the strength of this posture. One more inhale. And then exhale, look forward, however you'd like to get there. Top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Halfway lift once you've arrived. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat. Once again, coming into our low yogi squat. So heels in, toes out, malasana. And this time, only if you want to, this is an option for a little more intensity. Press your palms together and try to reach your arms straight up. The intention is to press your arms back and your heart forward. Make sure you can keep your heels on the ground if you're taking this variation. If that's too much, just keep your elbows at your inner knees. That's where I'm going to stay. We'll take about 3 more breaths. Breathe all the way down into your hips, into your pelvic bowl. Nice job, friends. All right, end of your next exhale. Fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. And then pivot your toes to face forward. Keep your feet wide. This time we're going to do something a little different. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Reach your left arm up. If you want to, you can wrap your left arm behind your back. And maybe if your left arm wraps, you can even grab the front of your right thigh with your left hand. So gently twisting here. Take about 2 more rounds in this twist. And then bottom of that second exhalation, release and switch to the other side. So left hand to the outside of right ankle, right arm reaches up, or right arm wraps behind your back. And if you do take that option, you might be able to grab the front of your left thigh with your right fingers. Gentle leverage of your hand against your ankle, working your twist. Couple more breaths. And then end of your next exhale, let it all go. Heel toe your feet in, hips width distance or big toes touch, up to you. Spinal extension, breathe in, realign. And exhale, release, fold. Take it all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Flowing with breath, inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive down, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold, and listen here. Right foot stays grounded. Step your left foot back so you're in a lunge position. Once you're in your lunge, bring your back knee down gently. If you feel like you need extra cushion, grab something like a sweatshirt, a pillow, or just double up, fold over the side of your mat. Bring your hands to your front thigh. So if you do have a really short stance like this, there's going to be nowhere to go. You're going to feel stuck. So make sure you've got enough space in your legs. If you need to, walk your front foot forward. And then start to lean forward like you want to sit your right butt cheek on your right heel. At the same time, you're pushing down through your right heel and trying to drag your right heel back and up towards your right butt cheek. So it's an energetic movement. Your right heel won't actually lift towards your right butt cheek, but that's the intention. That's the action you want to create. Draw your belly button in and up so your low back feels nice and supported. And then take your left arm to the sky. You can stay here, perfect place to stay, or if you want, both arms can reach up. I'm going to keep my right hand on my thigh today. Keep working your right butt cheek towards your right heel. Keep lifting through your heart and toning through your belly. Soften your face. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, framing your front foot. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. And then walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet. You're in a wide-legged straddle position. Halfway lift, inhale. So nice and long through your spine, stick your butt out. And exhale, either fold or you can explore in your own way, any way you would like. So feel free to move around a little bit. Maybe you take ragdoll arms. Take a couple more rounds. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Inhale back to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And then crawl your hands forward, rotate toes forward back to low lunge. From low lunge, let's take it back to plank. So right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Just like we've been doing. Inhale, baby cobra. Use your back strength to lift. Exhale, let it go. Spider-Man cobra up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more back bend. This one is up to you. So whatever feels right, whatever calls to you. And then release it down. For a moment, child's pose. Just take your hips back or head towards your mat. Couple grounding breaths. Might feel good to roll your forehead side to side a bit, or even move your hips side to side a bit. And then take it back to downward facing dog. Inhale and push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, release. And then rise, take it all the way up. Inhale, reach, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, high mountain. Full body stretch. Exhale, slow dive. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. This time, left foot stays where it's at. Take your right foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Once you're in your low lunge, back knee comes down gently. Get some cushion for your back knee if you need it. Bring your hands up to your front thigh. So remember, you've got a short stance, you're gonna feel stuck. So if you need to, walk your front foot forward a bit. And then think of trying to work your left butt cheek down towards your left heel. Like you wanna sit your left butt cheek on your left heel. Keep pushing down through your left heel. And energetically try to pull your left heel back and up towards your left butt cheek. A little tone in your belly. So navel to spine supports your low back like you've got a brace around your middle. You really wanna feel that. And then when you're ready, right arm to the sky. Feel that length in your right side. Continue to work your left hip forward and down. You can absolutely stay here or both arms to the sky if you would like. So your personal fullest expression of this posture, Anjaneyasana. Left butt cheek towards your left heel, heart lifts, belly tones, soften your face, soften your jaw. Take one more inhale, reaching high. And then as you exhale, hands come down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your yoga mat, coming into your wide-legged straddle, your wide-legged forward fold. Spinal extension as you inhale. And then exhale, either fold or explore once again in your own way. So maybe you want to work with Skandasana, bending one knee and then the other knee. Maybe you want to work with a twist. Maybe you even feel like headstanding today. So whatever calls to you does not necessarily have to be what you did on the other side. Just big deep breaths. Good job, friends. Take one last round if you want to. Side up. And then halfway lift. Breathe in. Fingertips down. Crawl your hands forward, low lunge. And then from low lunge, plank. Step your left foot back, plank position. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower. And this time we're just gonna hang out on our belly and move into a shoulder pigeon. So first take your right arm out to the right, head turns to the left. Your hand should come straight out from your shoulder, palm facing the ground. And roll up onto your right side. You can bring your left foot down behind you like I'm doing. You could even have your left foot in front of you. You could also take hand to big toe pose, grab hold of your left big toe, extend your left leg up, or any other variation you'd like. Your left arm might reach up and back like you're trying to get the backs of your hands to touch, or you could bring your left forearm across your low back. Try to keep your head relaxed either on the ground or you can use something under your head like a pillow or a block. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 deep breaths. Soft through your face and your jaw. See if you can breathe even bigger than you thought you could. Take about 3 more rounds. Good job, guys. End of your next exhale. Just ease your way back onto your belly. And before we do the other side, just lay on your belly, and if you want, you can turn your head the other direction, or you could bring your forehead to the ground, or just leave your head where it's at. Do whatever feels good with your arms. So I'm squeezing my arms in towards my sides. And we're going to do just a little exercise with our right leg for a moment. So I'm going to let you guys kind of choose how you want to do your breath. This is how I like to do mine. So exhale, squeeze your right butt cheek, lift your right foot off the ground, hover, hold. And then as you inhale, just set your right leg down and rest for a quick second. Exhale, squeeze your right glute, lift your right leg, hold about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then set your right leg down, inhale, rest. And so continue this on your own. Don't worry about how high you lift your right leg. Think of trying to lengthen your right leg. So reaching your right toes back, keeping your right leg long, strong, and active through your toes. And every time you lift, before you lift, you're squeezing your right glute. Squeeze, lift, hold, and then lower. And again, if you want to plug your breath in some other way than the way I cued it, that's fine. Just be intentional with it. Squeeze your right glute, lift your right leg, hold, and then release and relax for just a moment. Go for length, not height. Right leg is long, strong, and powerful. Take about 3 more just like this. Good job, you guys. Finish the round you're on. Then release your right leg down. If your head is not already, turn to the right. Turn it to the right. Left arm out to the left. Shoulder pigeon on your left side. So palm faces the ground. Roll up onto your left side body. And try to keep your head relaxed, either on the ground or a pillow or block. You can choose what you want to do with your right arm now. So right arm might reach up and back. Right forearm across your low back. Same thing with your right leg. Up to you. Soft through your face, soft through your jaw. And see if you can breathe even bigger than you thought you could. Challenge yourself just with your breath. Take about 3 more big deep breaths on this side. Very end of your next exhale, ease your way back onto your belly. Just like we did before, whatever feels good, gaze to the opposite side or bring your forehead down. Whatever feels good also with your arms. We'll do that same little exercise with our left leg. So exhale, squeeze your left glute, lift your left foot up. Hold for about 3 seconds, and then inhale, relax, and rest down. Squeeze, lift, going for length, not height. Reach, 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 hold, and then inhale, relax it down. Squeeze, lift, hold, relax. Just go at your own pace. You can plug in the breath however it makes most sense to you. Just be intentional. Good job, friends. Do this about 3 more times. One last round. And then after you've taken that last round, just relax your left leg down. And for a moment, just kind of rock your hips side to side a little bit. Breathe down into your low back. And then however you want to transition, find your way to child's pose. Couple grounding breaths in child's pose. And then rise up to a tabletop, hands and knees. Come into a seat with your legs reaching forward. All right. We're just going to take a regular seated forward fold. So take your inner thighs, spiral them down and out. So like you're moving your butt out of the way so your sit bones can be on the ground. And then if when you're sitting with your legs forward, you already feel like you're going to roll backwards, bend your knees as much as you need to so you can feel the front edge of your sit bones against the ground. Flex your toes should point straight up towards the sky. I like my feet about hips width distance apart. Arms reach up, inhale, puff up your chest, and lead with your heart. Exhale, your butt reaches back, heart reaches forward. When you can't reach anymore, you can release into it, relax into it. Your upper back can round, your neck can relax. Just have the intention of reaching your butt back, reaching your heart forward, and have the intention of trying to press the backs of your thighs towards the ground. Keep the backs of your heels pressing into the ground as well. And then big deep breaths. Take about 3 or 4 rounds, working your fold with your breath. And then very end of your next exhale, slowly roll all the way up. That is the very last thing to lift up. Once your head lifts up and stacks, we'll lower onto our back. So you can get there just by using your arms. If you want a little bit of core, make sure you have plenty of space behind you. Keep your legs forward, reach your arms forward, navel to spine. See if you can lower down one vertebra at a time, super slowly. Try not to let your legs lift if possible. Once you get down on the ground, full body stretch, arms long and legs long. Actively reach like you're being pulled in 2 opposite directions. Great big inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides. Set up for a bridge pose, so feet on the ground with your knees bent. Feet hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward. And your heels and your ankles come straight down from your knees. Starting with just pelvic tilt first. So exhale, pull your belly button down, let your tailbone lift and scoop up off the ground just a little tiny bit. And inhale, tailbone presses down your low back lifts. So just like that, back and forth a few more times. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine, scoop your tailbone up. And inhale, tailbone presses down, low back lifts. Back and forth, just like you're rocking your pelvis. Mindfully. This is anterior pelvic tilt and posterior pelvic tilt. Slowly and mindfully back and forth a couple more times. And then as you're ready, whenever you want to, you can exhale, scoop your tailbone up, and then inhale, peel your entire spine off your mat, coming into your full bridge. And we'll take about 5 breaths in our bridge pose. You choose where you want to go with it. So I'm going to work my shoulders underneath me a little more and then interlace my fingers underneath me. You can do that, or you can do something else. You can even take a restorative bridge pose if you feel so inclined, putting a prop underneath your sacrum. Keep pressing into your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Keep hugging an invisible yoga block with your inner thighs. Press into the back of your head so your chin stays slightly lifted and tilted up away from your chest. And then breathe all the way down into your low belly. Imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins forward and away from your upper body, so you're getting a stretch in the front of your hips as well. Take about 3 more rounds in your bridge pose, strong and rooted through your feet, hugging in with your inner thighs, soft through your face. Your glutes are slightly engaged, but they're not squeezing like crazy. Want the majority of the strength in your back body, just like around your spine, those muscles around your spine, and also the backs of your legs, your hammies, hamstring muscles. If you have your shoulders underneath you like me, work them out from under you. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky, everyone. Inhale here. Keep reaching your arms up as you super slowly roll all the way down. Slow roll all the way down. And then once you're back down in neutral spine, you can just relax your arms down. We'll take a supine pigeon pose. Extend your right leg up. Flex your toes back and active. And then bring your outer right ankle top of your left thigh. You can keep your left foot down, or you can pick up your left foot and grab hold behind your left thigh. Maybe a gentle rock. Try to keep a neutral spine if you are holding onto the back of your thigh. So try not to round or lift your head up to hold your thigh. And if that's happening, then you might just consider leaving your left foot on the ground instead. Keep that activation through your right toes and stay strong through your right ankle. Breathe. Be here for about 3, 4, 5 more breaths. If you are holding on to your left thigh, set your left foot back on the ground. Extend your right leg straight up. Just hold it there for a minute and roll out your ankle or point and flex your foot a few times. If you do take rolls, a few in one direction, then a few in the other direction. And then just set your right foot back down. Left leg reaches up, flex your toes back towards your shin, dorsal flexion. And then figure 4, outer left ankle, top of right thigh. Right foot can stay down or lift your right foot up and grab hold behind your thigh. A little rock if you want to. Try to keep your spine as neutral as possible. And keep your left ankle strong, left toes active, flex back towards your shin. Some deep breaths. You might visualize your breath moving down into your left hip, creating space in your left hip. Three to 5 more rounds. If you're holding on to your right leg, set your right foot back down. Extend your left leg up, and just for a moment, either point and flex or roll it out. Reverse those circles if you're rolling it out. And then just set your left foot back on the ground. Soles of your feet together, let your knees open like a book, nice and wide. You can either just rest and relax here for a moment, or invitation to press the soles of your feet firmly together and see if you can lift your butt up off the ground. Squeeze through your outer glutes, lift your butt. Imagine you're trying to press your knees down as you lift your hips higher. Keep pressing the soles of your feet, keep lifting your butt, keep squeezing your outer glutes. Hold here and breathe here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your knees up, hug your knees in, take a gentle rock from side to side. supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees fall to the right. Left arm can extend out to the left, or maybe a goalpost position with your left arm. Gaze up or over left shoulder. And in your next couple breaths, find your way to the other side. I'll just leave it up to you. When you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center. Find a happy baby pose. Once you're in happy baby, you can take a moment there. You can rock side to side. You can extend one leg, then the other leg. Maybe both at the same time. Any other poses or movements that your body is calling for, feel free to move through those. Give yourself a few breaths to do so. And then eventually start to find your way into your final relaxation, into your Shavasana. You can let your breath become effortless, let go of any control or manipulation of it as you settle in. And just let your body really give in, be held by the ground, by the earth. And I'll read you this little poem, this reading by Jeff Foster. It's called Kissed by Life. It says, "We will sit for hours together and let the scenery of life break our hearts into millions of tiny little pieces. And then we will watch astonished as in the space between two heartbeats, the very same scenery fuses those pieces back together again, as if we'd been kissed by life. Then we will go for a coffee, or do the dishes, or pick up the kids from school, or dance in celebration of the fullness of things, our hearts pregnant with bitter mystery." We will sit for hours together and let the scenery of life break our hearts into millions of tiny little pieces. And then we will watch, astonished, as in the space between two heartbeats, the very same scenery fuses those pieces back together again, as if we'd been kissed by life. And then we will go for a coffee, or do the dishes, or pick up the kids from school, or dance in celebration of the fullness of things, our hearts pregnant with bitter-sweet mystery. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And then just start to gently come back into your physical body. Wiggle a little, maybe stretch your arms long, legs long. Good morning stretch. Eventually roll to either side. Fetal position for a breath or two. And then ease your way up into seated meditation. Right back where we started. Sit up tall with your hands at your heart center and your eyes closed. Just bow your head to your heart and thank yourself, acknowledge yourself, feel into gratitude to yourself for showing up, turning on your computer, rolling out your yoga mat, doing your practice. Thank you so much, friends, for letting me guide you. Namaste. Alrighties. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Katie.
You're
Thanks,
so
Katie.
welcome. Have a good rest of your day.
You
See
too.
you next time. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Ah.